Good evening, everyone, or good morning, good afternoon, or whenever you happen to come across this video. Well, thank you for tuning in. And tonight, I just really wanted to just talk very briefly about this new reboot of Good Times that's just been released, a few days ago. And I've been seeing I've seen the trailer a number of times, and I've seen a whole bunch of different people talk about it, give their thoughts on the trailer, just their overall impression of what they see so far. Um, yeah, so I just want to go ahead and give my thoughts on this as well. First off, let me talk about my experience with Good Times. So Good Times, the original show premiering from 1974 to 1979, that's actually one of my top favorite shows of all time. And I was born in 1985, but basically I've been a fan of Good Times since the mid 90s. Um, so the first time I came across Good Times was in the winter of 96. I was 11 years old. So it was during the Chris winter break. So I used to like to watch the older shows anyway. Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, yeah, all those different shows. And so one day I was watching those, and they showed They showed an episode of Good Times, and that was my first time ever coming across it, and I liked it. And the following days, I watched it some more. And so basically, the next 3 summers, summer of 97, summer of 98, 99, you know, um, Good Times was one of a favorite to watch, during those summer days, the weekdays, afternoons. Yeah, so it became one of my top favorite shows. And in the years following that, of course, I watched it on and off. I've had different patches of time that I've watched it, regularly. I watched on TV, YouTube, wherever. I've caught episodes here and there, and whatnot, but it is one of my top favorite shows. And then last year I got my wife of 5 months. I got her into it last year. Got her watching it. She had never seen Good Times before. There are a number of shows she hadn't seen before, and I got her into those as well. But Good Times, I got her into it, and yeah, so she likes the show now. So yeah, yeah, so Good Times, one of my top favorite shows of all time. And now about this reboot, and it's not really a reboot, right? A reboot would have like the same exact characters, right? Even if it's set in our time. For example, like Bel Air, the Bel Air series that came out a couple years back. That was a reboot of Fresh Prince because it was the same exact characters, the same scenario. Even though it was set in a later time, set in our time versus being set in the early 90s like the original Fresh Prince. So yeah, so apparently this version of Good Times it's not the same characters, it's a different set of characters. Apparently it's a couple of generations down. And the father of the family is actually the grandson of James Evans. And the family is somewhat structured like, the Evans family. Of course, you have the father, you have the older brother who's supposed to be kind of like JJ. You have the sister kind of taking Thelma's spot in a way. And you have the baby brother, I guess, kind of taking Michael's spot. And you have the mom, you know, kind of taking the Florida spot. But so it was structured like the Evans family, but it's a different set of characters. And I guess as we watch, we're gonna find out whose child, whose son the father is, whether he's JJ's son or Thelma's son or Michael's son. Yeah, so it's a couple generations down. They're still in the same apartment, 17C. And I tell you, the trailer really looks like a big fat ghetto mess, man. It's just all the black stereotypes you can think of, all the black stereotypes, like modern black stereotypes, all the ghetto stereotypes, ratchetness, basically all of them thrown together into one show put on full blast. It's just wow, crazy. And there's even the youngest brother is an infant who deals drugs. Yes, you heard that right. It's a drug dealing infant. Like, well, anyways, I think I'm intrigued enough by this because of Good Times being one of my favorite shows. I am intrigued enough that I want to actually give this a watch just for some entertainment. Just for it. So I'm actually gonna, at least check out the first couple of episodes. Yeah, I'm gonna be one of the people that's gonna kind of sacrifice myself to and watch this so that you don't have to if you don't want to. So yeah, so those are the thoughts. Those are just my thoughts that I wanted to share on this new series, of this new version of Good Times, so to speak. Yeah, so please feel free to leave your comments below this video, and I'll let you know what I think of the show as I start to watch. So, all right. So, peace out. Until next time. Bye-bye.